Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear all students. I hope that you all are doing well. Alhamdulillah. It's English period for class 4 and class 4. Before moving towards our today's lesson, let's recite dua. So raise your hand for dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma. Ameen summa ameen. So students, what we are going to do today, we are going to continue our novel today. हम आज अपना novel continue कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? The novel you have Alice Adventure in Wonderland. As you know that we have started it और हमने इसके 5 chapters read कर लिए थे. Now today we are going to start its unit, its chapter 6, which is Pig and Pepper. It is given on page number 21 and we have to read it and then find out कि Alice के साथ अब next क्या हुआ था. So for this we have to start reading. So let's move on to the reading.
So here is the lesson, Pig and Pepper, and it has 8 parts in it, and it's too long to read, so I'm not going to read one word by word for you, but I have a summary for these parts, and I will explain you part by part that what is happening in each part, so you will get the idea that what is happening. Then when you will read it by yourself, then you will have the clear idea. Now listen to me. Here is the first part of this lesson, Pig and Pepper, a fish and a frog. Now what is that? A fish and a frog, basically they were the servants, and they were talking to each other, and there was a small house near, and the fish and frog were servants. They were wearing a strange type of clothes, and then they were talking to each other, and Alice was looking quietly to them, and then she saw that one servant gave a letter to another one. Then she tried to went in the house, so she went up the door and knocked that doors out quietly. Then the next part is, how can I get in? In this part, she wanted to get in into the house that was there. So what she tried to knock, and but nobody was coming to open the door, but everybody was talking very strangely to her. So but she tried, and she went up into the room, into the house. Here is that part, and it is all the question answering part of this story, and then in the end she went into the house. Then the next part is here, a cat that smiles. Now what is that? A cat is not there in this part, but here is was a duchess. In the kitchen, she saw a duchess was sitting and holding her baby, and a cook was cooking the soup in that kitchen, and there was so much smoke, and he added too much pepper in the soup, so everybody was sneezing there, and Alice was too. Then she saw that Duchess was talking very badly and strangely to everybody. Then what happened next? Here is that part, the baby. In this part, Duchess was behaving badly, and what she did, she was doing her some work, so she handed over her baby to the Alice, and the baby was not the normal one. Baby जो है वो बहुत normal नहीं था, उसको संभालना बहुत मुश्किल था. Then what is there in the next part? Funny noises. As the baby was now handed over to the Alice, then Alice was facing difficulty to holding that baby, because the baby was not a normal one. So what she did, she took the baby into the garden, and there was so many funny noises there, and she was hearing that, and the baby was too. But it was very strange that when the baby heard the strange sounds, so he also made those sounds. वो दोबारा से वही आवाज़ें अपने मुंह से निकालता था, and it was very surprising for the Alice. But After all, then suddenly what she did, then the baby made a very loud noise. Alice looked down at the face. This time there could be no mistake. It was a pig. Then what happened suddenly? उसको एक जोर से आवाज आई जो कि बेबी ही निकाल रहा था. लेकिन अब इस बार क्या हुआ कि जब उसने नीचे देखा तो वो क्या था, बेबी जो है वो एक पिग की फॉर्म में आ गया था. ओह नो, पिग इज अ एनिमल. So this is how this story has a twist. Now what happened next in this part? Alice asked the way. Okay, now baby was turned into a pig. अब baby तो एक pig बन गया. अब Alice वहाँ पे फिर अकेली हो गई. Then what she did? She asked the way. Now to whom she asked the way? Now let's see. Here is mentioned the Cheshire cat. She met a cat there and she thought that she's very good to talk and उसने सोचा कि ये friendly होगी तो उसने जाके उससे रास्ता पूछा कि where should I go now? तो कैट ने क्या कहा कि where do you want to go? तो उसने पूछा कि तुम कहाँ जाना चाहती हो? तो उसने अलाइस ने कहा कि I don't care very much where. वो नहीं जानती कि उसे कहाँ जाना है, लेकिन बस उसे यहाँ से जाने से कहाँ जाना चाहिए. So she was interested in doing adventure there. So what the cat said, that if you don't know that where to go, then you can walk as far as long. So this way she answered to Alice. Then everyone is mad. Oh no, what is there? Now listen to me, it is also an interesting part. Alice asked to that cat again that what sort of people lived around here. So this was the question she asked, and the cat said, what is there? Now listen to me, it is also an interesting part. Alice asked to that cat again that what sort of people lived around here. So this was the question she asked, and the cat said a hatter and a marsh hare. Hare is a kind of rabbit. So she thought, Alice ने फिर सोचा, बहुत ही हैरान हुई कि mad people रहते हैं यहाँ पे. तो cat ने फिर पता है क्या कहा? Cat said that I am mad too. So this was a very a strange moment for Alice. Then what happened? Then suddenly the cat was talking to her and they were having a conversation between each other. What happened? The cat suddenly disappeared, and this time Alice also surprised कि ये क्या हो रहा है? Then a smile without a cat. Now you can see here in this picture that there's only a smile and Alice is looking very surprisingly at it. उसके ऊपर देख रही है. Now what happened? While the cat was appearing and disappearing, at one moment the cat disappeared quietly, slowly, beginning with the end of the tail and ending with its smile. The smile stayed of the some time after the cat had gone. अब क्या होगा, जब cat disappear होना शुरू हुई तो अपनी tail की side पे से disappear हुई. Now imagine in your mind कि वो tail की तरफ से disappear हो रही थी और disappear होते होते वो सिर्फ अपने उसकी स्माइल रह गई थी और थोड़ी देर की उसकी स्माइल इस तरह से रही थी. लेकिन क्या हुआ था कि थोड़ी देर बाद वो भी disappear हो गई थी. So this was a strange and very interesting moment. Then soon she went to the house of the marsh hare. वो फिर अब marsh hare के house के पास पहुंच गई, and she wanted to get into the house but she was also frightened because वो पीछे जिन लोगों से भी मिलके आई वो वहाँ पे कुछ गुस्से वाले थे, कुछ अच्छे थे, कुछ अजीब सी बातें करते थे. बट दिस टाइम शी वाज आल्सो वेरी फ्राइटेंड कि अब मैं वो हेयर से मिलेगी तो वो कैसा होगा.
Wow, that was so interesting. I really like this novel. Now, what your task, you have to read the whole chapter 6 by yourself, and the words which you think that these are difficult, underline them and find out meaning of them, and then try to learn that so your vocabulary will be more good. Now that's all. I am ending here. Take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.